Good morning. It's Fish. I'm back from a Christmas vacation of one day. Merry Christmas to all. It's actually Boxing Day here in Australia. But I hope you're all having a Merry Christmas wherever you are in the world. I certainly had a great day yesterday. The economy's been really, really interesting, especially if you happen to be a member of the Crypto Wave investment crew and got into the Icon ICO. People will be seeing that hit top 20 now, with the market cap actually being stipulated. I'm going to just post up in Discord. G'day, guys. Won't be a sec. I haven't been in a few days. I had to take a few days off. I was frying my brain with all this work. Okay, live now. And Merry Christmas to you all. Live now. Boom. Yeah, so stoked. Killing it. Changed a few lives in the old Crypto Wave investment crew, the Icon. Joe, you'd be one of those lives changed through this event, man. Congratulations. Floyd, how are you? G'day, Ian. How's things, man? Good to see you. I haven't spoken in a little while. Ryan. Man, Merry Christmas to you too. Day's going well. Wake up to another message from Wilkie just saying I think retirement's not too far away. So it's good to hear. Yeah, nice, Joe. Icons tick some things off your bucket list. That's good to hear, man. Joe's the one who found it for us originally, Crypto Care. Brought it to the attention of the investment group and we liked it very much. So it's been good. Ahmed, how are you, man? Detective 47, thanks for the Icon videos, Fish. Yeah, no worries, man. My pleasure. I think I was one of the first people to bring it to the attention that it had hit markets and it was at $1.20. Geez, we got it at ICO and I still hit it again at $1.20. I have actually sold most of the stuff I bought at $1.20 now, but I haven't touched my ICO bag. So I've made all the money back on the ICO. Plus, it's been ridiculous. It's hit top 20. Obviously going to get a lot of attention. Obviously going to be a lot of FOMO when people hear it's the Korean Ethereum. And the parallels between what Ethereum did, going from a 30-cent ICO price to the $800 lofty heights we're seeing, or $800 highs we've seen. I think you're going to see that similar story play out with Icon in terms of 10 cents to big figures. I don't know how high and how quick it can get that high in the market cap, but I've long said that the Koreans have driven this economy, and this is their own. Like it's a country's blockchain. It's kind of like the first time that I can think of this really happened. Korea are really going to feel like they own this. So yeah, I think it can go. Even bigger, to be honest. But I have sold out a bit, as is responsible. Just the stuff I bought as soon as it hit market. Chase F, what's up, man? Adam Erickson, too late to buy Icon. Long term, no. I was speaking to a few of the investment group this morning. I got a text off C, I got a text off Wilkie. And like we're just looking at comparative market caps. It's got to be up to do Cardano. There you go. I really think that they've got some massive partnerships. I can't remember them off the top of my head, all of them, but like Samsung, Toshiba. They're calling it the Korean Ethereum, but what's even more exciting is it's been dubbed the Samsung of blockchain. Now, for those of you who know about the history of Samsung, it was very successful in Korea for a long time before it exploded on the world stage and gained a lot of value, obviously, going into that international market. So that's what they're saying about is a potential for Icon. Really nice to see. So he's in the house, just speaking about you. You haven't sold anything. Hold till $25. Korea is going to moon this. Yeah, I don't disagree, Joe. I can't even, I put $10 price predictions on it and I felt like I was being lofty. Someone messaged me on a video from a couple of days ago and said, oh, I've just bought it $4. What do you think? I said, look, honestly, it could dip from there. This is big parabolic, but long term, I think you're going to win on that. $4 is good buying, and that's certainly been proven to be true. So well done to that person who managed to snap some up even into a oh, that's cool. Crombopulus, that's an interesting name. Crombopulus said, first time I catch the live show, it's in the middle of the goddamn night here. Okay, man, welcome. Good to have you on for the first live chat. The Watchman has asked, what do you think about XLM? I think XLM's going to have a good 2018. It'll depend on what partnerships they make, but XLM being Stellar Lumens is a fork of Ripple. Ripple's done quite an amazing thing, and the base technology for Stellar Lumens is the same. So I think Stellar Lumens can do things, really good things. Fake news has said Verge made me effing rich. PIVX gang, yeah, bro. I mean, it's just been Chaincoin. I know Chaincoin mooned again this morning. Like, that's the thing, right? You know, I still hold, even though I will openly admit, and I'm not trying to be rude, that I prefer other projects. I always just held my 2,000 coins that I bought and just run the masternode for residual. And I've had Chaincoin moon. I've had killer trades on Verge with the volatility in it. PIVX has moon. Icon has just gone beyond what I could have expected this quickly. Q-Link lists in 3 days. Yeah, Joe, it sold out in 6 minutes. I think it was you that told me that. We've still got Gladius to go. I mean, this has been an incredible start to our investment crew, like beyond next level. But well done to you, Fake News, on Verge. A lot of our crew made some good money on that as well. The Verge have got their, what's their thing called coming out? Their Verge protocol. I can't remember the name of it, but that's coming out really, really soon. So if that goes well, I think Verge could be back on the bullish paths towards Ethercept's sort of really lofty predictions. I'd like to see it hit those 30-cent marks again for sure. But, you know, Ethercept's been calling for a long time. If you actually look at his tweet, one of his tweets, if you're following Ethercept, it's a little bit graphic, but he suggests that he would perform fellatio on himself if Verge doesn't get to $1 by the end of 2018. So he's pretty confident that it's going to get there. Wraith. All right, cool. Let's have a look at the market. It's been pretty impressive. Oh, Rise is another one that mooned. We've been talking about that for a little while, guys. You know, another dapp platform. They're really getting popular. And Rise has had 67% gains in the last 24 hours against BTC. I'm going to get onto coinmarketcap.com and let's have a look at the market. It's been a couple of days since we've caught up. I took my first day off in a long time. Had a great Christmas. My sister put on a beautiful breakfast. Nieces run a market, as kids do. All right, let's have a look. It's good to see Bitcoin's got some strength there around the $14,000 mark. I popped back in another buy. It dropped down to 12.8, and then when it showed that restoring confidence to 13.1, I went, nah, it's going again. So I pulled the trigger, and like it was only like, I put in $150, just buying the dips, you know. I had a little bit extra money left over and another $150 in, obviously just accumulating. That's what I've always said I'm going to do. So I hadn't put in fiat for a long time, but when Bitcoin got down to those sort of prices, the first time I really thought, okay, I can put some more money into Bitcoin. So I did that, and I've been rewarded with like 7% gain. Stoked with that. Going to come over to screen share, guys. Let's have a look at the market together. Then we'll come back to the chat. Okay. Let's go view all so I can see what the last hour is doing. Last hour's red, but not alarmingly so. And there is some green splashed. All right, let's go back to the top and have a look at the market. So Bitcoin's come back over the $14,000 mark, which is great to see, $14,077. I think long-term that's going to be good buying. I haven't even tested to see whether the Lightning Network is actually working yet. I haven't read up on it. I took a day off. It's going to take me today to catch up, guys. I will do a day today catching up. I'm going to make my primary focus the ICO that we've been looking at, guys, because we need to develop a strategy for that one. So I'll be in the Discord group heavily today, trying to get back to as many people as I can and just coordinating that ICO. So Bitcoin, 14,077. Ethereum's bounced back really, really nicely in the last 24 hours, 762. During the dip on Christmas Day over here, Christmas morning, it did actually dip below the 700 mark. So if anyone snapped it up then, it's good to see. Ripple's back on the charge above $1. $1 really acted well as support. It dropped right down towards that dollar mark and then got gobbled up. Bitcoin Cash has been steady since its big run up. So, you know, got listed on Coinbase, ran up to sort of, well, $9,000 on some exchanges, but let's call it $4,000 where it was reasonably steady. It's now retraced about 33% of that, back down to 3,000, but still up good gains in the last 7 days. Litecoin, 273.20 has just been struggling a little bit. It's come off the ball a little bit. It's on that almighty bull run. Retracements were expected, but I think the fear, uncertainty, and doubt surrounding Charlie Lee's gifting of Litecoin was a cause for retracement. Hey, one that I'm starting to take a look at, and I probably should have pulled the trigger yesterday, is Cardano. I still haven't read the white paper, which is really what I want to do, but I can't help but notice the amount of commission I'm getting in Cardano over on Binance, and I get paid the commission on what people are buying. So it shows me that people are buying Cardano. And when you've got a 22% retracement over 7 days, yes, it took an almighty bull run to get there, but people are very bullish on this. So I don't know. I might start looking at it. I still haven't read the white paper yet, though. Starting to kick back nicely. Let's have a look. EOS was a big gainer. That's pushing that $10 mark again. That's incredible. And I honestly think, yeah, Icon can do this sort of thing. EOS and Cardano. I think it can take them. I honestly do. So let's move down a little bit. But another dapp platform, guys. Bit of a flavor of the month, flavor of the last 6 months, really. Lisk has gained to $25 and hitting all-time highs. Now we identified this at $2 to $2.50. So we've got a 10 bagger there. Verge is kicking back nicely, actually. It dipped down to sort of 15 cents. Wilkie texted me and said, I've just picked up some more Verge at 15. I said, yeah, I think that's good buying, man. He said, yeah, well, it's one of those things. He said they've got this, and he told me about the announcement they've got coming out about their main net, or whatever it's called. And he said, if it goes well, it'll moon. If it doesn't, it'll probably halve in price. So he said, I'd just, put some more in there. So yeah, Verge at 18 cents. I mean, we saw it run as high as 30. So if you like it long term, you look for those big retracements to get back in, and that's taken, 25% back in the last 24 hours. And remember the bull run it went on though, guys, from half a cent all the way up there where it was last stable. Let's have a look. Icon hitting $7 now. Just seen the first red figures I've seen in a long time. We bought this at 10 cents. That is a 70 bagger for us. And I believe it's my second, or that and Verge are been my top two performers in terms of percentage gains, because I bought Verge even under half a cent. I bought it back in June. Icon I got at ICO. And if you guys want to know rough figures, I'm happy to disclose my own fairly measly investment on Icon at the time, because I was quite heavily invested elsewhere and I couldn't afford to take profits on other things. I had 1 Ether in Icon, and that is now worth somewhere around $17,000 US. So, and Ether back then was $280. So yeah, I'm wishing I jammed in, $1,000 instead of 280, but you don't complain when you make $17,000 US. So haven't made anything till I've cashed it, of course. And as I said, I only cashed the extra money. I put about an extra $300 or $400 into it because it had some good profit on other coins as soon as it hit market at $1.20. So, again, from there, I've made another couple of thousand on top of that. So it's been a very profitable coin for me. And the question for me now, will they move to proof of stake? And there's so many exciting things to come for Icon, I think. Let's have a look what else we got. Significant gainers. I haven't even looked at this. Rayblock's, never heard of it. Steam's been solid, $3.47. Really nice to see. I think we'll push that billion-dollar platform valuation very soon. More people using it. PIVX. Oh my goodness. How long ago was it that we were calling it at 280 being ridiculously cheap? It must have only been 2 months ago. 280 to 1263 in 2 months. Yo! Stoked about that one. I almost thought about picking up some Monocoin because it's got pretty good tech. I started looking into it. The Japanese are really liking it. And it had good retracements. With that 10% run up, I'm now going, bugger. Hey guys, Binance Coin, what did I tell you? I said it was well underpriced at those $5 marks, at that $450, $500 valuation as a company. I did valuations taking it to $750 million based on, I really should have released the formula, but I did tell you that on the show, that I'd done the maths and it should be 750 million. I now actually have to adjust that based on higher trade volumes now going through Binance. So this is still undervalued if you ask mine, but don't forget, in terms of speculative value, will Binance Coin be heavily affected by what is going to be a saturation of the decentralized exchanges in 2018. I have no doubt about it. Hey guys, I suggested Salt under $10 was really nice buying, even with the run up, and it's done really well. It seems to be leading the way in the lending platforms, and I think that's going to be a growing demand in the crypto economy. I'm actually pretty eager to put my house on, might take my mortgage off the bank and do it with someone through crypto. I even pay 0.5% more a year than what I pay with the bank just to promote it. I honestly would. Then the best rates I can get in Australia, I'd pay 0.5% more. So I don't know. Wilkie's made a bundle. Maybe he'll finance my house and be my bank. We can do that through crypto. So yeah, I'm pretty keen to organise that actually, because I'm pretty keen to get out of the reliance of the banks. So as much as I can. I mean, I'll still need some form of banking, but I don't need my home loan there. If someone's happy to do a loan and make 5% a year and a consistent 5% a year, I'll do that. Let's have a look. Golem's been really strong. Picked it up at 29 cents. Was when we really started having a good look at it as a group. 10x has been ridiculous. Do you guys remember that video I did? It must have only been a month ago where I said, I've just picked up 10x pay at $1.50. I don't think it ever got lower than that. I literally nailed the crap out of the bottom of the market. And I said, trust me, one day in the future, you'll be saying, Fish, did you really get pay token at $1.50? And I'll say, yes, I did. Well, today's that day. $4.67. Really nice gains. Factum's just been ridiculous. What did we identify this at? I can't even remember. $12? $12. Yes. So good gains there as well. Somewhere around that mark anyway. I'm calling the low side of what we identified it at, by the way. And we may have identified it a little earlier and it dropped down to those marks. Yeah, it's been interesting. Dent's been a really, really strong gainer. I'm not a huge fan. That's a dental coin. I don't like the dentists. They scare me. So I'm staying away from that coin. I spent a lot of time in the chair as a kid, had braces. Eternity's doing well. It's one I picked up at ICO. I spent a lofty 0.1 of an ether on this at ICO. And I picked up, for 0.1 of an ether, which back then was probably $20, I picked up 91 Eternity. So, I was playing small when I first got into the market, obviously learning about it. So I picked up 0.1 of an ether, $20, and now that's worth, 100 and what's that work out at? 120, 130 bucks. So that's, you can't complain with that. Guys, this is one that I think is going to prove to be good buying at this price, is Vertcoin. A lot have had a run up and they're hard for me to, and Vertcoin did have a big run from sort of $1 to this point. But it has run above $10 before, and I think we're going to see at least those prices again. So Vertcoin's one that I think is going a little under the radar at the moment. And as it becomes more available to purchase in fiat currency, which is one of their goals, and also to get listed onto more exchanges, and I know they're taking a very active approach in that, I think Vertcoin will do well. I've heard rumors about them, let's just say, being in negotiations with Binance. I can't say any more than that. And I don't know, I don't want you to take too much out of that, because it's rumors. There's no, I don't have anything to validate that other than they've been quoted a price. So I do know that Vertcoin have been in negotiation with Binance. Whether they'll pay for it or not, I don't know. But I think long term, this is good technology. It's got a building community. It's got, it's one of the ease of mining. So one-touch mining, I think the masses can adopt a coin like this, especially when it starts hitting things like Coinbase, hopefully in the future. So yeah, that's one that I see is going a little bit under the radar at the moment. I think 750 is really going to prove to be good buying there. Walton coins come back, and I got my buybacks on this for the first time in ages. This ran up to $15, and this is another Factum. This is for me, it's like the Chinese version of Factum. That's just how I remember it, because it is about business transparency and that sort of thing. So really focusing on the Chinese sector, industrial and manufacturing sector in China. They got some good partnerships in the province. I can't remember the name of it. It's not Shenzhen. That's the no. It starts with F. I can't remember it. But they've made, they've hit the ground running, is what I like about the team at Walton. So yeah, I think maybe this is one that I actually like for, how I'm trying to choose my top ones for 2018 at the moment. I think Walton could be one of them. I think it's got a good future. Substratum has gone berserk. We got this at 6 cents at ICO, guys. So another 30 bagger for the crypto wave investment crew. they are racking up. Hey, Decentraland's one that I just started picking up. You know why? It's kind of like that game that all the kids got into. My nieces are nuts on it, Minecraft, but it's like a blockchain version, virtual reality version of it. Is I don't know. That's a basic way. I only picked up a little bit speculatively, and now I'll go really heavily investigate the project. And I do that quite often. I'll speculate with a small amount of money. That's something I don't know a lot about, and then I'll go and really research it hard and decide whether I want to like go substantial on it. So Decentraland's one that I'm starting to have a look at, just because my nieces play the crap out of Minecraft. It's funny, but you know, I made a stack of money on voxels. Just it was a $2 million market cap when I found it, just because it was virtual reality and they were making moves already, and so I put some money into that. So I'm doing the same sort of speculative trade with Decentraland at the moment. Dragon Chain's one that I'm getting more interested in. It's taken big retracements, and I think I've got a reason for that. It's on the back of the fact that it's really only available on Ether Delta, and Ether Delta's itself didn't get hacked because it's an on-chain exchange, but individual accounts did get hacked within the Ether Delta network. So individual wallets, and people lost. And so people are pretty hesitant to get back onto Ether Delta. And Dragon Chain's availability is an issue, but it's a Disney-backed project. I mean, that's a nothing valuation for that sort of backing, right? And it's taken good 24% retracement. So I think over the last 7 days, I think this might be buy time for me, but the question is, do I want to get onto Ether Delta and set up an account and all that sort of thing after what's just happened? Well, I might, and there's a reason for that. And if I can tell you, my friend has an account on Ether Delta, and she's not sure whether she's been hacked or not, but she got onto my Ether Wallet support staff, and she said she sent them a message on Twitter, and they got back to her within seconds. So that sort of level of customer support, even if they had some issues with, you know, individual security, let's say, I think that's brilliant. I really do. So I've got to give a big shout out to Ether Delta there, because I have been critical of how difficult the platform is to use from anecdotal evidence in the past. So to be fair, with anecdotal evidence, the support staff at my Ether Wallet have done a great job in making a customer feel very, you know, valued over it by using the Ether Delta platform, regardless of whether it ends up she's lost her coins or not. She was actually really stoked with the support that she received from that crew. So big shout out there. Guys, Chainlink is one that I'm looking at putting in my top 5 as well for 2018. It has had big run-ups. Remember, I started buying this at 15 cents, but with this retracement, like, it's still gone up in the last week, but I've just started actually setting some more buy orders on it, even though it's 3 times where I started buying it. Because I think about this all the time, right? If I really believe in it, like if you bought Bitcoin at $100, for example, and then you just held off buying it at 300 because it was triple where you bought it, you'd be regretting it now. So for me, I feel that way about Chainlink. I am super bullish on it. I think that third-party information collection is going to be critical going forward to enact digital contracts, smart contracts. So yeah, Link for me, 2018, it's looking like one of my top 5. It's definitely up there, guys. I really like it. ADDX has done amazing things. This is one that I didn't have a big bag of, and I've just started selling for the first time because it's just had huge run-ups. I bought this well under the dollar mark, so 2.5x. Got to take a little bit of profit. Just moving down, guys, at Rise. Now, I called buys on this at 25 cents. I called it again at 50 cents. I think 50 when it dropped back down from 75 after the run-up. Point is, the dapp platforms are looking really, really strong. Now, there's one that started to run up but hasn't done this sort of stuff. Now, guys, this is high risk, high reward, and that's the same category I put Rise in. This is the same sort of thing, guys. Really high risk, high reward. This could go either way, but one that's right down the market cap, that is a dapp coin, and has the added advantage of having Arabic languages on it, is Dubai coin. Now, this has taken significant retracements from its highs of $10. It's half price from its highs, and it's only a $9 million market cap, right? Very high risk, high reward. This is by no means a certainty, guys. But if you like a high risk, high reward double, you can see here, like the lofty highs it can hit. back in July, it really got up there. So, you know, that was such a fast spike and then no support on the way down that I don't really consider that the highs. I consider the highs more like here where it spiked and then came more gradually down. So I'd put the highs around, I don't know, $14, probably more like 10 because that was a quick spike up to 14. So more around the $10 mark. So I think that's like half price buying. And long term, if it's really well adopted and someone comes up with a brilliant dapp in an Arabic programming, in Arabic language, this is going to be the coin they're going to release it on because it's really their only option that I'm aware of. So given the amount of money in the region as well, I think it could do well. I don't know. It's a high risk, high reward one, guys. So please never invest more than you can afford to absolutely 100% lose altogether. But if you've got that sort of spare capital around, maybe Dubai Coin's one worth having a look at. I haven't checked news on it recently as well, so that's another thing to be aware of. Sorry, I just flipped over to my wrong account there. All right, I'm going to stop screen sharing, come back to the chat, and see what everyone's got to say. Oh, everyone, Hourglass, Brian Dorian, Snappy in the house. What's going on, dude? Oh, it's good to see you. I love you too. Random Tandems, my goodness. Have not seen you in ages. How you been, brother? They all come out of the woodworks, don't they? Loop Ring World Career, I haven't had a look at yet, mate. I've been hearing more about it, but I haven't actually read the white paper, so I can't give you an informed opinion. Zcoin is mooning like wild in the past few days. Ryan Sellers, Zcoin, Japanese project. I believe they're actually also implementing zero coin protocol, if I'm not mistaken. Similar to PIVX, except PIVX has proof of stake. So yeah, Zcoin was one that, you know, has really benefited with the privacy coin surge, and it was a surge that we were somewhat expecting for 2018. It's come early, and let's hope it doesn't stop there. But you know, a lot of people have come into the chat and said to me, Fish, oh, what do you need anonymous coins for? You're buying drugs. And I said, well, no. And why did your head go there straight away? The most valid reason for me is I don't like the fact that when I spend money on my credit card, it gets tracked and then I get advertised to based on what I've been buying. I hate that. And so if I can just spend it like with anonymous transactions, no one knows that it was me who purchased whatever it is, you know. So it doesn't have to be, you know, your mind going to those illegal activities might say more about you if you're thinking that way. So look, it's certainly possible, and it is possible basically with any currency anyway, including US dollars. Substratum's been great. Hourglass, good to see you. All right, guys, I'm getting back to live chat. Oh, Andy G, I'm deep in ADA right now. Yeah, I think ADA is going to be good long term, just based on the anecdotal evidence. I still got to read the white paper on it, man. It's found support over the last week, and I don't think it'll go lower. Just a matter of time before it takes off again. Wishful thinking. And Andy G, a lot of people are bullish on it, man. I haven't actually got any, but yeah, there are a lot of. You shouldn't measure coins versus US dollars unless you value US dollars more than BTC. I actually do both, Random. The reason being is with the volatility of BTC, the US dollar still serves as a more stable anchor point than BTC. So I don't value it more, but it's certainly less volatile. So it's easier to anchor against the US dollar. But I do also do Satoshi prices, obviously, when we're looking at charts and things like that. Yeah, Dent is doing amazing, but I don't like dentists. So, ICX is on Binance finally. I'm so happy. Hourglass. We had that announcement on our Discord group 6 minutes before it got listed on Binance. In our Discord group, we announced that, and then all of us stacked in at $1.20, even though we hit it at ICO. We stacked in at ICO. Guys, I won't disclose personal investments, but we put $40,000 in at ICO at 10 cents. And it's now $7. That's $2.8 million. Good one for the crypto wave investment crew. Neo to the Moon 2018 will be the year of Neo. I think Neo's about to do some interesting things, and I've said this sounds crazy before, but they're doing this hash puppies thing in direct response to Ethereum's crypto kitties to show, I think mainly just to show that their network is more scalable. And I think that they'll prove that successfully, and that'll bring a lot of attention to Neo. So I think that the Neo Ethereum to ratio is out at the moment. I think it should be closer to the 10-to-1 that the Q-Link ICO was happy to accept for now. And I think it's just under that at the moment. So I think Neo to Ethereum is a good ratio at the moment. And that's the other thing, Random, is that, you know, we can say that we're going to value it against BTC, but I like to do Ethereum and Litecoin trading. And I actually, if I'm being honest, I value Ethereum and Litecoin more than BTC. So for me, it's easier just to get that anchor in US dollars. How high do you think Icon can reach? Let's put all the facts that we've got in place together. It's based in and developed by the country that has essentially driven the crypto economy in terms of investment capital. It sold out $44 million at ICO in 6 hours. It's gone from 10 cents to $7 within a week of getting added to, within a week of getting added to exchanges anyway. It's at $7 after trading between $2 and $3 for 2 months on the futures market when no one even knew what it is. It's only just actually started being shown on CoinMarketCap in the last 24 hours, and it's hit straight into the top 20. People have seen Cardano, EOS, and even Lisk recently do crazy things. When they find out that it's the Korean Ethereum, the Samsung of blockchain, yeah, I think it can go a lot higher. How high? I don't know. The market's got to decide that. I would think that it was being overbought past $10 because there hasn't been a single coin released on top of it yet. And that the testnet had, I don't think it's even been released yet. It's due soon. But providing all goes well, and provided a few coins get released on it, and you see a good number of ICOs or coins getting released on top of the Icon platform in 2018, I don't think it's stupid to say that it can be a top 10 coin. I don't think I've always said it can challenge Neo. I've said that from day one. Never budged from that opinion because of all the factors that add up. What drove Neo's price? There's a lot of money out of Korea. The Chinese Ethereum. That's what Neo was dubbed. I think the Korean Ethereum can be even bigger. So yeah, that's my opinion. Wilkie likes his ICX. He said, yum, 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 yum. $1,000, man? I don't know. Geez, I'd love that. That Icon bag sure is sweet to carry. Fede Kun, welcome, man. Good to see you. I don't think we've spoken before. For any newbies, feel free to subscribe. We have a chat every day, and obviously it's quite profitable having our chat every day because we've picked some absolute rippers recently. We've also got a Discord group if you'd like to continue the conversation 24/7. Links in the description. Yeah, it's not their business what we do with our privacy. Exactly, man. That's what Watchman. That's exactly right. I've said it before. Most people are looking at a separation of state and finance is a good thing. Simple as that. So yeah, I tend to agree. I think governments have had enough chance and stuffed up enough times with money. They've got our world in an economic mess. So I think we need to separate as much as we can. It's never going to be possible to separate it completely, but there needs to be some separation of finance and state. Watchman said, amen, man. Thanks, bro. I think a lot of us feel that way in the blockchain space. It's not just about making money. It's about a better way forward, right? Ashok Ramasamy has asked me, what are my top 5? I'm starting to narrow it down. I like Walton Coin. I like ICX. I don't know if that can be... Yeah, I think ICX has got to go there. I'm an idiot following all Discord chats. Go all in. Yeah. Top 5. Look, I'm going to start really narrowing it down before the end of the year so I can give you my in the next few days. at the moment, some coins that I'm looking at, PIVX, obviously, I think we've got some, I know some of the stuff we're working on and some of the stuff that's been tossed around the group, and it's pretty, like, it's not pretty exciting, it's very exciting to say the least. So I think PIVX has got to be in my top 5. I still think we've got a lot of room to grow. We combine 2 of the really desired features in proof of stake and anonymity. First proof of stake coin to implement zero coin protocol, which is one of the highest regarded forms of anonymity in the crypto economy. So yeah, got to say PIVX. I would have to say, based on value at the moment, I think Vertcoin can do good things in 2018. They're really active about getting out there and getting involved, like pressuring the exchanges, putting together teams, you know, getting their community to get out there and sort of get onto the exchanges and make their availability wider. The only question for me is proof of work coin, which I think is going to be less popular in 2018, if I'm being honest. But as far as proof of work coins go, it's got simple mining, ease of mining, ease of use. They're focusing on community. I think there's a lot of good things about Vertcoin. Very good technology, and there's room to grow there. Icon can definitely be one of the top 5 if it achieves, you know, those big lofty highs that Korea could certainly push it to. I'll do some figures, guys. I will actually do some figures so I can give you an actual price prediction of where I think it can get to. But I just think it's a solid investment. It's easy for me to say. I mean, I cannot lose money on Icon from here, in full disclosure. I've gone stupid amount of X. I bought more when it first hit market because I saw it hit it at 80. Well, by the time I got it, it was $1.20. And so I took that profit back out from $1.20, like running up to 6. I've pretty much scaled out of everything that I bought as it hit market. I got my full ICO bag, but it's completely paid for and more. So yeah, I'm real happy with the way I've gone on that. I think that could still have a lot more growth. Ones that I'm actually looking at, Walton coin, because I think they can do, you know, if you really solidify yourself in that manufacturing and industrial sector in China, it's one of the biggest industries in the world just by itself. So yeah, I think Walton coin can do some good things. And Link was the other one that I've been really bullish on, just because of that third-party information collection, you know, that's going to be required to complete those smart contracts. So there you've got, like, there's 4: Walton coin, PIVX, Link, and Icon. I can certainly, you know, I think they're really 4 really strong, solid companies that are proving themselves, continuing to make moves in the economy, continuing to break new ground. So yeah, I guess they would be definitely 4 of my top coins anyway. Whether they're actually solidified in my top 5, give me till the end of the year. I got a few days left to make my final decision. Time to go crypto anarchy. I don't know about anarchy, man, but it's just like, to me, this is non-violent resistance to what has been financial oppression. That's as simple as that. It's the best thing we can do as a society to show our displeasure with the current financial system, is to not use it as much as we're capable of. Roms K said, Fish, what exchange is newbie friendly, and do you recommend trading with Bitcoin or another cryptocurrency? Roms, I trade with Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum. I do all 3 sorts of trading. I would say, in terms of user friendly, I'd have to go with Bittrex. I find that user friendly. In terms of Binance is a very good one. Just their coin availability, it's growing because they're adding new coins all the time, but they're a relatively new exchange. So the coin availability, I'm saying they don't have PIVX. That's my only gripe with Binance. Binance is a very good platform. And I've got a link in my description. If you want to sign up, I get a commission. So yeah, Binance is a good one to use. I've done a Binance training video as well, Roms. So like, I've actually got, if you go into my video, I've got, I think it's called investing in Bitcoin, and the idiot's guide to investing in Bitcoin and the crypto economy. But I've got a video in there for Binance trading. It's 8 minutes, and it just gives you a quick rundown of how to set your buys and that. And I'm going to elaborate on that video because I've been asked to break it down even more, but it's a good starting point for you. Thoughts on One chain. Are you going to invest? I've never heard of it. One chain. Is it on CoinMarketCap yet? That's Curai CSGO. Let's have a look. One chain. Never heard of it. You pulling my leg? Some of these coins. I can't see it on CoinMarketCap. Let me do a Google search and see if it's actually a coin or someone's just having a bit of fun. One chain. One chain ICO. Oh, it is. Yep. It's at ICO. Global lending. Interesting. I'll have to have a look. I'm interested in it. Depends on what market they're looking for. Like peer-to-peer, micro lending, home loans. Well, I'll have to have a look at it. I haven't heard of it. Thanks for bringing it to my attention though, man. I love having a look at a new one. Dude, it's the project icon. Is that they're going to try and solve the problem of interoperability together, partner with Aon and Icon? Whoa. Hello. Yes, I'm interested. Thank you for bringing it to my attention. I wish I hadn't said it out aloud now. We usually like to keep these things quiet in case it's a sellout until we've actually secured our investment. But man, Curai, thank you, man. That's I don't believe we've spoken before. Please join up to our Discord group and we'll take a look at it. We like to get into those things as, you know, if there's any referral bonuses or anything like that, we'd be happy to hook you up for bringing that to our attention. So join up to our Discord group, dude. Links in the description. Make a coin that just gets pumped and call it Mooncoin. There is already one called Mooncoin. What do you think about Loopring? Their team looks kind of impressive. Will Korea, that's the second person who's asked about it in today's chat. So it's certainly getting a lot more what I like to call water cooler chat, anecdotal chat about people inquiring about it. And I usually find that those sort of inquiries lead to price action. Now, I can't speak to the quality of the project because I haven't read the white paper. I haven't investigated the team. But that anecdotal evidence has been super important in the past. Like that's how I found AntShares, now Neo. And the talk around Neo, like I put out a statement article before it crashed to $4.80 and I said sell at 10, it's overbought for the current stage development. And it crashed down to 4.80 3 hours later or something like that. And I was like, yes, good call. But people asked me when to buy it back, and I used the Fibonacci sequence and said something like $6.40, and it did end up crashing further to 4.80, but it was a quick crash and then back on, and yeah, then it was gone again. So that was. But the number of people were asking me, when can I buy it back? When can I buy it back? When can I buy it back? I should have known this thing was going to moon again. Unfortunately, I didn't get it back till $35. Ryan Sellers. What would be the best way to transfer from Coinbase to Binance? Because BTC transfer fees are insane and take forever. Would Ether or LTC be the best transfer quickly with low fee? Ryan, at the moment, I would say LTC might be a slight bit quicker than Ethereum, but it'd be touch and go. I've transferred both recently, and neither have taken long or cost a lot. So yes, very good point that Ryan makes there, especially if you're investing under $500. Now, I will have to check this because the Lightning Network might have reduced these BTC fees, and I'm going to have to see what's happened there. I've got to catch up on my research after taking Christmas Day off. But it's a good point. If the fees are still up there for Bitcoin, if you're investing $500 or less, or even more than that, honestly, I recommend if you're going to buy in Coinbase, buy Ethereum or Litecoin, move that to the exchange. And even if you then want to trade in Bitcoin, you buy the Bitcoin with the Ethereum or Litecoin once it's on the exchange. It will save you in transfer fees and it will be quicker. And there's nothing worse than seeing a good buy and sitting there and waiting a couple of hours for Bitcoin to get there. And by then you guys know how quickly this market moves. It could move 20% in 2 hours. So yeah, it's a really good point, Ryan. Yeah, move that at Ethereum or Litecoin. Either one of them's fine, man. And like you don't have to, well, I suppose you do at the moment, but there are other exchanges which allow you to buy other coins with fiat as well, depending on which country you're in. Fedican says, are you looking to go into the TA token? I haven't looked at it, man. I'll have to, another one that I got to catch up on, I guess. Yeah, LTC will take 15 to 20 minutes to transfer. Oh, is it a bit jammed back at the moment, Adam Erickson? It does depend on the exchange as well, guys, because the exchange has to do their clearing process at their end. Send it to GTAX, then send it from there. It's free. Thanks, Floyd. Good advice for anyone who's got the GTAX account. So Floyd's just saying that you can send it to GTAX and then send it through. They're free. So there's a couple of good ways to do it that's going to save you a few bucks rather than just doing what I did for the first few months, getting Bitcoin and sending it straight to the exchange. I did that so many times. I cringe about how much money that would have actually cost me. It doesn't seem like a lot at the time when Bitcoin's $3,000 and your transaction fees aren't that high. But I think about the amount of beta. Yuck. Sarab, hey mate, what do you think about Bitcoin Cash? I'm not a huge fan, to be honest, Sarab, because my question is what value addition does it bring to the economy above and beyond Bitcoin? See, for me to warrant forking or to warrant actually bringing a new coin into the economy, you have to have a significantly different value proposition, and Bitcoin Cash's value proposition difference to Bitcoin is so minute that it's like, okay, well, yeah, like honestly, at their current stage of developments, either one's fine. So why do we need Bitcoin Cash? That's my problem. I don't see. Like increasing block sizes is not an infinite solution to scalability. That's the reality. To increase purely through to scale to 100,000 transactions per second purely through a block size increase will actually have you adding a terabyte hard drive every 5 hours if you're a miner. So it's not really sustainable for long-term scalability. It's short-term, it's done wonderfully, obviously, but it's not taking into account the actual transactions per seconds we need for mass adoption. So for me, it doesn't actually provide long-term scaling solutions above and beyond Bitcoin. So why does it exist? That's my thoughts on Bitcoin Cash. And I, like a lot of our investment group do, are invested in it. So everyone's allowed to make their own assessment, their own opinion. That's just mine on Bitcoin Cash. Vergecoin I like a lot, but Sarab, I got Vergecoin back in June. In June, it was my first video was Verge. Yeah, so Verge is a good, again, like you look for these trends that are happening, right? So I talked about proof of stake and anonymity, which is why PIVX has done so well, okay? And you look at Verge and it's combining two other surging markets in dapp and anonymity, okay? So that's what I like about Verge. The other thing that Verge has in its favor, which is ridiculous, but it seems to be working, is that it has a low per coin price because of a high circulating supply, a high number of coins. And in this infant stage of the crypto economy and specifically the second round of altcoin pumps that the economy's really seen, people are basing it more on the coin price than the overall market cap and dividing that by the circulating supply. So what I'm saying is they're not factoring in the number of coins in circulation, which directly speaks to the rarity of the coin, the scarcity of it, which is how economics works on supply and demand. And I think people are forgetting that very, very basic step, and they're buying up anything that's a cheap Satoshi value or a cheap US dollar value. And that's a dangerous practice. You really have to look at the market cap and decide whether the company is worth that. That's the way I value it, or whether the currency is worth that, whether that economy is worth as much as in that market cap based on its use cases, its current stages of development, and its current stages of adoption in the real world. So yeah, I like Verge though. It combines those two things that we talked about, dapp and privacy. So yeah, hidden disclaimer. Anyone have a Bitfinex invite code they could send me? Been trying to get an account there for a few days now. I don't, hidden disclaimer. I'm sure someone can help you out, man. If you'd like to join our Discord group, I'm sure people will be jumping over themselves to give you a referral code. So you're welcome to join. Links in the description. Icon will soothe your pain. Very funny for you, Floyd. JP Aparina said, howdy fish, XLM or REQ in your opinion? Oh man, I haven't had a look at REQ. That's, what's it called? Yeah, I do know the one you're talking about, but I haven't read the white paper. XLM I think's a good bet. Comparative to REQ though, request network, that's it. I haven't read the white paper request network. I do like XLM's potential in 2018 though. That actually, if I find, I'm going to do some more research, and if I find enough about them really, making some good moves in terms of their partnerships in the real world, XLM, Stellar Lumens, could potentially go into my top 5. There you go. Could. Hasn't yet. I've got till the end of the year to pick my top 5. MSBD, that's Mike. How are you, man? Hey, all, Merry holidays. Yeah, Merry Christmas, Happy holidays, whatever it is. Forgive me if I'm not politically correct. I don't mean any offense. Buy icon at ICX price now. I'll wait for a dip. Tough call. I'd have to check the current price. We'll have a look in a second. Thoughts on Navcoin? Yep. And also dapp platform. Is Nav dapp as well? I didn't know that, Wilkes. I like Navcoin. I had a look at it. I didn't realize it was capable of being built on top of. That's pretty cool. Yeah, man, I like Navcoin. I told you that for ages. Under $1. Good buying. Proof of stake coin. Good, solid team. Based in New Zealand. So, yeah, I think you can do well. What do I think about the price of Virgin 2018? It depends on how well this testnet goes. Testnet goes well, you could push those dollar marks at the end of by the end of 2018. If it doesn't go well, who knows? It might have some trouble recovering. But yeah, look, I think it's got potential to go to $1 coin, which I actually scoffed at when Ethercept suggested it. But the more I looked into the tech, the more increased support it's got behind it, the more I've started to say, yeah, well, okay, I can see it. I put some valuations on the whole company based on the success of anonymity and the desire, the demand for those anonymous coins, and based on the success of DAO platforms. Yeah, it can hit those marks. It's up to the people. You realize that, guys. It's up to the people. There's a lot of coins that work well, right? They're good technology. They're competing good technology, and they can coexist the same way as we've got Google, Yahoo, and I don't know any others because I'm not a computer person. Internet Explorer, is that still one? Sorry, I'm not a computer person. But there's more than one, right? And now you've even got that decentralized one that Joe's using. So my point is you can have competing coins in the same space, and they can it doesn't have to be one winner. It's good to have choice. I've said that before. Yeah, okay, Hourglass has got XLM in his top 5, so he's feeling that as well. Yeah, man, I'm going to have a look more at it. I just want to see the real-world partnerships they're making, Hourglass, and then you need a huge ICX bag, though. Well, man, there's plenty of bags amongst the crypto wave investment crew. Changed a lot of lives. It's been, life-changing. That's not even a joke. Changed lives for several members in our crew. Not so much me, because I only put 1 Ether into it, but, hey, it's still 15, 17 grand or something last time I checked. How many sub do you need for a masternode? Any ideas? No, I got no idea, man. I just sold some sub off, actually, just a little bit, as is responsible when you get big run-ups. But we got it to 6 cents, so I didn't have to sell a lot. Sold like 50 coins. Sold like $50 and just went, yeah, I'll take some little $50 profit there. I just keep chipping away like that. If it dips again, I'll buy that 50 back anyway. So, yeah. I don't know. That's a good question, Hourglass. And Cranky Pete messaged me, by the way, the guy who found sub for us and brought it to the Crypto Wave Investment Crew's attention. Legend, obviously. Cranky Pete, one of the first members of the Crypto Wave Investment Crew. And he's just been real busy lately, guys. So he sent his apologies that he hasn't been overly active lately. But I said, man, we all get that way. Don't even have to apologize. It's an investment discussion group. We don't take attendance. But no, Pete's a legend. He's just been busy lately. So he sent his apologies. But legend for finding substratum for us. We have made absolute buckets on that one, 30x or something like that. So good to see. I don't know though, Hourglass. I'd usually ask Pete those questions, but he's been busy. So we might have. I jump over Discord or the substratum social media groups. I've heard they're really, really good. Like Pete was in contact with the developers back in the day when they were a $15 million company. So yeah, go and have a chat to them. Apparently they're really good, and they'll have a big community building behind them now as well. So there'll be like people who've been brought into and become pretty knowledgeable about sub, and they'll be able to answer those questions. I honestly recommend that, guys. Get in contact with these teams, see what they're like for yourself. I don't know what you guys are talking about. All right, let's have a look. Oh, it's almost time for me to check out. Let's have a go. Let's have a go over the market. What part in the Discord do you make your announcements? Lots of different sections. Yeah, man. Watchmen, it usually just ends up in crypto chat, though. That's the honest truth. Everyone just comes in and just puts pretty much everything. And I'm the worst for it, and I'm sorry at compartmentalizing the chat, but I usually just come in and say anything in crypto chat. So a lot of the announcements go in there. But guys, if you do have an important announcement, that's a good point that the Watchman makes. Just put it in the announcement channel. And if you're looking at an ICO, try and break it up as best you can. And we've got to try, and this is me, because I'm the worst for it, but keep the general discussion in the general chat, because some people don't want to hear about our weekends and the rest of it. So keep crypto chat for crypto if we can. And trust me, I'm the worst for it. So I'm going to try and actually do it better myself, because it makes it more organized, guys. And if we, it's about being efficient, and it's about maximizing the actual value of our group. Our group is super valuable because of the resources, because of the talents we have, because of the different sets of skills we have in our crypto wave investment crew, where that has value. Trust me, because that's how we're identifying these ICOs. That's how we're getting these 60 baggers and things like that. So if we tidy it up a bit and just try and all focus a little bit on keeping it a bit more, not structured per se, but just a bit more efficient in terms of the channels are there for a reason, that's going to help. And it's going to help us all do better with our investment. So that's a good point. I'll find out how many subs for a masternode, guys. I'll get back to you. Going to definitely get one. Yeah, I think it's worthwhile. Guys. So they've just, again, it's another company that's like, I said with altcoin, they just hit the ground running. Substratum just hit the ground running. They just said, yup, this is our opportunity. People are backing us. We're going to take that money and we're going to make moves. And that's what they've done. And I think they'll continue to do it. One of the first that I'm aware of in this space in terms of decentralized web hosting, the first that I'm aware of. So if they're not the first, they've definitely done the best of actually making themselves known first, in my opinion, because I found them. Well, Pete found them, but I would have found them by now anyway. Most people would have, as soon as it becomes top 200 coin, right? Anyway, I'm going to have a quick look over the market just to see how it's trending in the last hour. Then I will be checking out. It's been great catching up with you guys. I hope you're all having a Merry Christmas. I know a lot of you will still be in that phase. Australia taking on England in the traditional Boxing Day test match today. It's the biggest cricket match of the year. Good luck to the Aussies. Smash those Poms. Yeah, biggest, and it's also the Ashes at the moment. So it's a double whammy, Boxing Day test and the Ashes. Huge event in Australia at the moment. Last hour's looking a bit better, guys. Bitcoin continued to grow just slightly, 0.07%. Ethereum's come up 0.5%, 0.55. Yeah, looking good. Litecoin's retraced a little bit. It's very steady. Any big gainers? NEM's made a little move in the last hour. What else has? Neo. Neo's made a little move in the last hour, up 2%, over $66. Verge has retraced 12% in the last hour, guys. So if you are looking to get in, they're the sort of retracements we look for. Although, do remember, this has run up to, even to that point, would be 35 times its value in a month. So that's parabolic. Yeah, looks all right though. NXT's had a good run in the last four. NXT, you know why? You're going to get dropped free Ignis. You're getting a free coin drop if you hold NXT. They've announced that, guys. I think it's on the 28th. So people will be stocking up on NXT to get that free Ignis, I would think. Yeah, I had a great Christmas, man. I really did. The Watchmen, it was brilliant. I got some nieces who tie me out. Or you guys want to see what I got for Christmas off my old man? This is insane. This is absolutely insane. I'm 35 years old, and this is what my dad got me for Christmas. This is an off-road electric skateboard, and this thing motors. I got it. I went out, as you do at 35 years old, and I literally just motored on the road yesterday. I was on eco mode. So there's safe mode, eco mode, fast mode, and GT mode. I was on eco mode and I was pulling 27 kilometers an hour. And I'm like, I'm not going to fast mode. I'm already getting the speed wobbles. Yeah, my old man, I'm 35. My old man's 67. And he's bought me and my brother, who's 32, electric skateboards. Insane. Yeah, only 5 years older than you. That's cool, Washman. Yeah, man, it's insane though. For like around Cooley and that, like I live down Coolangatta. It's just so good for getting around. I literally will hardly ever use my car now. I just be electric skating everywhere. The thing flies. And it's got the off-road wheels so I can cruise across grass on it. It's fun. Like when it gets on grass, you can throw the tail out and drift it. My brother came off hard yesterday and he used to snowboard. He used to live in Whistler. And he goes, oh, the dirt's so much harder than snow. He was hurting so bad. I'm like, you're old. Oh, my old man is a mental dude. You know, the funniest thing is, man, we had one of the first versions of an electric skateboard when we were kids, like 10, 12 years old, maybe a little older, actually, maybe 14, 15 for me, 10, 12 for my brother. And we put a chainsaw motor on the back of a male skateboard, long skatey, that we actually picked up in California when we went touring over there. And we brought it home. We put a chainsaw motor on the back of this thing, boom, and it was one of the first versions of a motorized skateboard. If we'd stuck with it, and that was incredibly heavy motor and incredibly dangerous. But yeah, that was my old man. He was always throwing us onto things that could kill us. Yeah, man, Sammy, they're sick. They're sick. I'm not going to lie. This is actually an Australian company, Evolve. These are made on the Gold Coast where I live. And I got to say, I'm not sponsored or anything. So this is like a genuine review. That's, man, that's sick. Lithium battery through here. It's just epic. This is your little hand control. It's all wireless. And you just like, it's got brakes. You click it that way for a brake. Oh my God. It's so touchy. I almost came off real hard the first time I tried the brakes. So you just got to ease into those brakes. But yeah, anyway, it's good fun. Sick fun. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted. Surfing, skateboarding, you get it all on the Crypto Wave Investment Cruise show. Massively sidetracked there, sorry. It was exciting. Yeah. Just having a look down the rest of the market, sorry. Oh, Zcoin, 167. We identified that at $12. $12. And we identified it again at 35 when it dipped last time. Yes. Don't break too hard, Ryan. You got to tell me, man. Yeah, I was saying to my brother though, I said, let's line it up on a pool, like coming up to a swimming pool. And I said, I'll give you the remote and I'll just stand on it. And I said, you accelerate me as hard as you can towards that swimming pool and then slam the brakes right before I get there. And I'll just come flying off and hopefully into the pool. What do you guys reckon? Might give it a go. Anyway, the pain, exactly. All right, I'm going to check out, guys. It's been a fun conversation. We, again, have got off the crypto chat towards the end there. Guys, I think that the economy is starting to find some, a mixed bag. It's starting to work a bit more like it's still very volatile, but, when you see these whole economies going like this and this, I prefer to see them like leveling out and finding their ranges individually. And that looks like what's to be happening at the moment. So I still think there's some good buys around. I mentioned a few of those to you, but there are some that have certainly gone parabolic, and I'd probably look for dips. Please only invest what you can afford to lose. Do it while doing a PIVX transaction. PIVX transaction before I get to the pool. And if I get the PIVX transaction in time, I get to stop from going into the pool. No, because then I'll hit the brakes will get hit and I'll go into the concrete. Yes, we can work something fun out. I'll video it. Yeah, 4 did really take off, Bovosh. 4's the decentralized marketplace. I believe it's actually based on PIVX technology. I still haven't had a look at it yet. Bovosh, I owe you some money. Good that you're in the chat, man. Bovosh, I promised you 2% of my ICX investment if I got bonus shares. Now, I don't think they gave bonus shares. They burnt coins instead, but it doesn't matter. It's the same value increase to me. So you're getting 2% of my ICX shares, which have gone 60x. So when you get a chance, dude, private message me over at Discord. Send me your, set up your ICX wallet in your Ether wallet. Send me your address. And you, sir, are getting, let me just work it out. Like I said, I didn't have a huge investment in it. I got 2,500 coins. 1% would be 25. You're getting 50 coins at $7, $350. I promised it to you, man. I'm a man of my word. I'm not going to go back on it just because it's mooned. So $350 to you, sir. Thank you for doing all the technical analysis in our group. Yeah, so I'm a man of my word. Make sure you send me those details, mate. It's important to me that I make good on those promises. So I'm going to check out. Guys, it's been a lot of fun. I'll catch up with you over at Discord. I'm going to spend today really looking at that other ICO that we're looking at. I want to get it sorted. I'm going to probably do my investment today. We'll do the referral codes things to get bonus coins between the group. Yeah, man, it's my pleasure, Bovosh. You see, Bovosh came into our group and started providing technical analysis for the group free of charge. Never asked for a cent. So yeah, man, I told you 2%. I'm going to give you the 2%. Man of my word. I don't care if it goes to $100. Those 50 coins are all yours. All right, guys. I'm going to catch up with you soon. Take it easy. Fish out.